We invite Dr. Suresh, the state convener of Tamil Nadu chapter, and he is going to be taking up the topic of Catch Them Young, Youth in Heritage Protection.
Good afternoon, and respected Chairman Sir G, Mrs. Purnima Dutt, and all the convener friends and members of INTAC. Thank you for this opportunity and also for the opportunity to be the first speaker of the longest session of this conference. If you had seen, all sessions were sometimes less than 1 hour to 2 hours or so, but this was slated for over 3 hours. Anyway, and of course, just to share a small secret with you all, it was I was asked to do this topic. I didn't choose it, and I was a bit pleasantly surprised. I'm an archaeologist, as most of you know, and I am a speaker. I do speak at different forums on different aspects of archaeology and archaeology learning. And then they said that I have done, or the Intact Tamil Nadu state chapter has done a lot for youth. Therefore, they chose this topic for me. And anyway, no regrets. I'm happy at this topic and to be with you all here on this. Now, I thought it's a big topic. The time allotted, I have to keep looking at my watch. It's just 10 minutes, except that the West Bengal state convener said he has not much to talk. I can take a few minutes from him, but I dare not do it. But maybe if I exceed by 1 or 2 minutes, I do have a pillow to lie on. That someone did tell they are lending their time. So I just thought I'll, as quickly as possible, just point out what has been done in Tamil Nadu for the youth in the last 35 years, because I can claim I have, if at all it can be claimed as a privilege of being a witness to the birth of Intact in Tamil Nadu as a student. The year when I was just passing out from school to college, and my school principal was a close friend of the first convener of the state chapter way back in 1984. And within months after Intact was established in January 1984, it came to Chennai. And within months after that, it came to Coimbatore. Happily, the present convener of Coimbatore is also with us, Mr. Prasad. And within months after that, it came to Nilgiris also. So Coimbatore and the chapter in Chennai are among the oldest chapters. And at the inauguration, as a school student, we were all there and we were asked to do some cleaning work in a temple. And the only incentive at that point of time was that we were getting some snacks to eat, and the newspaper reported our work. And since then, we have been doing something for the students off and on. And 2011 was a major benchmark, both for me at a personal, professional level, and for the chapter also, to an extent, when I had the good fortune of being a Fulbright scholar in America's National Trust. You know, many countries have a national trust like Intact, the English National Trust being the oldest among them. And America's National Trust, they do a lot of work for the youth. And back home in India, we tried to do something based on their model. So I've just put a slide on that. And now coming to what exactly we tried to do, working, this is something, the first point, we are a bit proud. In fact, we have had several rounds of discussions with Chairman G and others, trying to incorporate. Many of us are working. Of course, what I say we are doing, I do know it. Other chapters may be doing, of which I am not aware or we are not aware, and vice versa. Trying to incorporate Intact and heritage in school and college curriculum. And it has been done in many parts of the country, but still much more remains to be done. Coming to Tamil Nadu as early as 2001, 2002, in the Tamil Nadu State Matriculation Board textbooks. Unfortunately, that matriculation scheme itself has been wiped off by the present state government, but the textbooks are still on sale, but they are not official textbooks any longer. But the school teachers tell us they are far better than the prescribed textbooks, so they do use it unofficially even now. But for years it was official textbook, and we could, since I was involved in the framing and writing of the book, we could sort of put things, incorporate heritage and also intact activities in those books for classes 8, 9, and so on. Then, close on the heels of the programs that we do for the youth has been, of course, there's been lot of demand. Purnima ma'am also have been appraising her. We have this Young Intact and Heritage clubs for schools, but not for colleges. Every now and then we get a call from a college, we have to start a heritage club. What do we do? What can Intact do? We do help them with books. We do help them with guidance, but they say there's no official sort of a machinery or system for a college heritage club in Intact. But you are most welcome to start a heritage club and we would help you. But it's different because they are trying to emulate the school heritage clubs. But college, as you know, is totally different. And then, of course, the last part is something unique. Please let us know if any of the other states or chapters are doing it. In schools, high schools, and colleges in Singapore, US, and a few other countries, to popularize archaeological digs, they do artificial archaeological digs within the school campus, maybe in the playground or the backyard. And it's done with the help of trained, qualified archaeologists, where children get to actually do archaeological digs, the joy of discovering. And what we do, it's a big process. The students shouldn't know. We go to the school with the permission of the management and others. We mark a point in the playground, not affecting the cricket court or any of the other games. And we do the digging with the gardeners and others appointed by the school. We go as deep as is warranted. And then we ourselves collect stone tools, broken pottery. We even buy a new pot and break it to make it broken pottery, and put them layer by layer from the Stone Age to the colonial period, and then close that pit. And then the students are invited to dig systematically, with some student doing the photography, some doing the line drawing, some as per their talent and aptitude, and some doing the collection and jumping into the pit also. But mind you, everyone, including the girls, want to jump into the pit. They are not that interested in drawing or photography, so we give equal opportunity for all. It's a good learning experience, and the excavation report, almost of professional standard, is preserved in the school or college library. And the American National Trust is going about it in a big way. And in Tamil Nadu, we have done it for quite a few schools and colleges, and even schools far, little outside our border, even from Bangalore and Tumkur, have invited us for guidance on that. And now, since I'm as a consultant for the archaeological survey, I was talking to them in a meeting on this. They are preparing kits, as done in the US, that the school can buy those kits and use it to do such artificial archaeological digs. And then, of course, the tours that we do, which have become quite popular. Some of the tours are geared for the youth. And even, again, this I learned from while in the US, even if it's a regular tour, to encourage students and youth to come, we say a certain percentage of seats are reserved for students or the youth or adults, or anyone can come, but they have to be accompanied by at least one student from the family or neighborhood or friends or whatever. And then, of course, involving the youth in all the activities that we do, it's a win-win for both. The youth are interested, they want to do something for Intact, and we all know we do need extra hands in any project, any program that we do. So we say, any Intact program, you please come and help us, and they are most happy to do that. Now, just some pictures of some of the tours that we have done for students. This is taking students from rural Tamil Nadu to, this is from Badami or Vatapi in Karnataka. And also, this is from Eihole in the same tour. And also, college students and students for tours for uh, people accompanied by children or students. This is from Kanchipuram, the Vaikunta Perumal temple. And of course, students do like to take selfies and pose, of course, within the framework of the rules of the archaeology department. And of course, with due respect to all the customs and the sanctity of the monument and the guidelines of conservation for which intact stands, selfies are allowed. You can see a student doing, I just put it, just that that's also part of the thing. Let them do it as long as it's within the rules and they learn something. And then, of course, the workshops that we do for the tour guides and others, we did one most recently fully for the Tamil Nadu State Tourism Department. They wanted it. Intac was more like a knowledge partner organizing the resource persons and the educational part of it. And again, that was in coinciding with the International Chess Olympiad in Mahabalipuram. And they wanted to encourage, we had done earlier for the senior or the regional level guides, but this was for the local guides, including the guides in Mahabalipuram who need to be upgraded because they are the people who are there all their life. And again, many of them were youngsters, youth, and without commenting on why they became guides, what is their background, they have been in this field for years, and an attempt was made through the workshop to like a capacity building or upgrading their skills. And all the sessions on the request of the state government, it was in and around Mahabalipuram and Chennai, because these guides do not travel too far. They only do work within that region. So there was little point in talking to them about distant places, but something on heritage, on intact, on conservation, and then specific modules on Mahabalipuram and Chennai and so on. And then this is what, when we go to colleges, we keep on, when colleges invite the chapter for any presentation on heritage, we have this, I've just put those slides, and we have this visit, VJV, visit, join, volunteer. First, they have to visit. Even adults, as you know, many people, it's a sad reality or a strange reality. They go to Singapore or US on a holiday. But when I ask them, did they visit the local fort or monument, they say they have no opportunity to do so. So encouraging them to visit the local heritage sites, including the natural heritage sites, and then join. They can join intact, they should. But apart from intact, there are several smaller heritage organizations. Chandrapur chapter, Mr. Thakur would know. Almost every city in India has a coin club. Many have a heritage club at the city level. In Tamil Nadu, a new organization which was just born some 5-6 years ago is doing good work, and we are collaborating with them, Friends of Heritage Sites, FOHS. So they can join any of these organizations and also volunteer for these organizations, local museums, and intact. And of course, we can put them, again, this is what we learned in US. They are not regular guides or regular security officials, but we do engage, as you may know, students in a busy traffic intersection. Students are sometimes called for in an emergency to maintain traffic rules. Same thing in a monument or a temple on a festival day or some occasion when it's overcrowded. Students with some background and some training can be engaged to do basic tour guiding and crowd control in those places, and also assisting in heritage documentation. And one thing, Intact's nationwide listing project, which the head office always keeps telling us all chapters have to do. We know the importance, but biggest problem is we are not getting enough manpower. skilled manpower. It's a job involving extensive field work under the sun, running from street to street, literally in rural and urban areas. And qualified professionals, they feel they can get better opportunities. It's very difficult to get them. But students, architecture students, archaeology students can attempt. Of course, quality is an issue, but then that can be resolved. The faculty of the college have to do some editing, some effective supervision to ensure quality. Then it comes to the chapter, we do some further improvement, send back certain performers, listing things back to them to improve on it. Then the head office takes a call whether it's of good quality. So anyway, it has been done, and many colleges have been involved in Tamil Nadu, and we have done in recent years listings in Vellore, Nagapattinam, Tiruvarur, Nagore, and many other places, apart from the earlier listings which I myself did as a college student in Tanjavur, Tiruvayaru, Kumbakonam, and other places. And then, of course, the last part, this I did not want to put it, but in recent years we have put it in college lectures, and since it involves youth, I thought this is the message we give to the students when they ask, what is your parting message or final message? Discourage. Many don't know. They just report, we saw someone scratching their name on the temple wall. We say it's as big a crime as a murder or anything like that. Report it to the police, report it to the authorities. And also, this many chapters I'm hearing have done at some level. Ask students and others to bring something from their home, what they consider the most precious family asset or family heirloom. It can be a wristwatch, old great grandmother's wedding saree, or an uncle's bachelor's degree of 1910 or something like that, whatever they feel, and then put up an exhibition of that. Ask them to write caption, labels, why they consider it so important. That way, heritage, it's a mixture of so many things, different types, and it can be preserved. Professional help is available through Intact and other agencies for that. We try to disseminate this vital truth to them, and also to encourage them to use local eco-friendly products. And last but not the least, we have had a good lunch to encourage consumption of local cuisine. So this is what we have been doing over the years. Last 3 years has been a lull because all our tours, even the quiz programs, it became online, or many chapters said online quiz doesn't sound good, so they wouldn't do it. But then things are being revived from this year. All our tours, heritage walks, and other things would see a revival. And among the publications in recent years, we have this calendar, which we used to do long back when the first convener was there, but then it stopped because, as you know, calendars can be done, sold, gifted, distributed only in January, December. You can't do it in June, July, and we can't delay it for months on end as we delay a book. But then these calendars, the pandemic gave us an occasion. We had all the time in January, December, no invitations from colleges or tours or whatever. And each year's calendar depicts the one major project or activity of the chapter. And it is also designed as an information booklet. Many colleges purchased it for their library. And also, it was a small fundraising for the chapter. State chapters don't have, as you know, the membership fee. So, and the tours and heritage walks, if at all we could get some revenue out of it, was gone with the pandemic. But the calendar came to our rescue. Although a small amount, last year we could make 25,000 surplus through the calendar. So much for the activities we have done. And I end with this positive message: the future is bright. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Suresh. And we're going to take your help for the archaeological kits. So we will get across to you for that.